I just felt seen because like my presence, like obviously left a lasting impression when he still remembered me like 5 years later. So I guess when it comes to my response, the last time when I felt seen was just this past week, and I am actually going to use an example with a youth because literally it was the first thing that popped into my head. Earlier this week, while I was on one of my sub assignments, we may have to make this a segment eventually too down the line of like miss. But so I've stepped into like just different classrooms and different settings, and this particular assignment, I was in an automotive class, which, and for the most part, that was the case. But there was a young man that came into. I was only working a half a day, so I got there like dead smack in the middle of the day, relieved the teacher. He went on about his business. So I'm working on my laptop, and out of nowhere, the young man that came late like looks over at me. He was like, "You look familiar. Where I know you from?" And so I hear this all the time from young people because, again, I've been doing this work in my community for a long time. And for the most part, I know a lot of the youth that, I just see in the classrooms or if I'm walking through the school or if I'm just out and about. So I was like, I don't know. And he was just like, he named a community center in our community and was just like, "Did you work there?" And I was like, "No." But then I put two and two together, another one. Instantly, he was like, "Yep." He's like, "That's where I know you from." And I was like, "Really?" I was like, "Normally, I remember everybody." So the boys that he mentioned, I said, "Okay, I know you're not capping," because they definitely was there. And so I was like, "All right, your group leader, yep, she used to work there." He was like, "Yeah, we had got into it one time because she was my neighbor and she was talking crazy to me. And, I was getting smart with her." He was just like, and he was like, I remember you had your locks. He was like, "And your glasses, like you had like these like shaped glasses like this." Like he doing his hands, like he is just basically like recalling the whole like incident, the interactions. It was there. I said, "Did you used to come regularly?" I said, "Or was you one of the spicy ones?" I said, "Because the spicy ones, we was locked in real bad. What you been up to?" Like he was just so excited once he connected the dots and he like recognized me and all of that. I remember like shoes, glasses, hair. He was just like, "Yeah, I remember you." And I was just like, okay, like I made obviously a positive impression on this young man because not only did he remember just my presence, like how I showed up, like physically, but it was a good memory because then he lit up and then he was asking me just what I've been up to.